Hi and welcome to another beautiful episode, guys. I go by the name of Aras the DJ. If you don't know now, you know. Today we have a special guest here. He goes by the name of. Can you please introduce yourself, bro?
Hey yo, what's up, what's good? Kalibito Kikabelo, but you'll know me as Ricvrdo. I'm a hip hop musician. I'm Zoera born and raised, so I represent 053, or you can just say 2780. Thank you so much for having me.
We are also honored to have you here, bro. Yeah. Can you please tell us about like your music career, bro? Like how it all started, you know?
Growing up, I was exposed to a lot of music. Like my family, most of them, they loved music a lot. And some of my brothers, they were even hip hop musicians to be specific. So yeah, that's how we started. Cause like in a bona de push a hip hop thing.
Yeah.
So I began to love that. And then when I was in grade 4, that's when I wrote my first song. But that time I was not a fully blown artist. I was just writing songs, and sometimes I would sing it to my brothers and my classmates at school there. So yeah, as time goes on, I started to take this thing further, and then I started recording and performing my
That's
music.
nice, bro. So one might say whatever you do runs in the genes.
Can you come again?
One might say, alright, so what your music like when it comes to rapping and being as an artist, it runs in the genes.
Yeah, you might say that because I feel like music is a calling. You don't just wake up and say, I want to be a musician. There's that thing that pushes you from within. So, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, okay, but before you go dive into your music career, bro, can you tell us, like, when it comes to your name, you know, some people just choose their names when it comes to being an artist, you know what I mean? So you started first as Major Kid. So how did that come about?
Okay, the name Major Kid, like when I was young, when I was still in grade 4, like I was not, like I said, I was not a fully blown artist. So like, negi stage name, like I was just rapping for fun in G. So one day, my brothers used to tell me, you're so young, but you're doing major things. So I feel
Damn.
like the Major Kid, that's how it came about, like a young kid doing major things. So as time goes on, I realized that there are a lot of people calling themselves major, major kid, kid major. So I felt like, nah,
Major
man.
leagues.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I feel
feel
like,
it, bro.
let me cut that shit. And then the Ricardo name on is like the name that I got from home, from my father's side. So they used to call me Ricardo when I was young. So I felt like, let me just use this name
The
as my
biological
station.
name given to
Yeah.
you by your parents.
Yeah.
I feel it, bro. Yeah, but then, like when I said, you should dive into your career. Before you started, like where you at right now, there was a time you started the crew, like Wop Crew. Can you please tell us about it?
Okay, how Wop Crew started.
Yeah.
Okay, Wop Crew. Firstly, before Wop Crew, I was an independent artist, and then I met YT, Squeezy, as well as 3ZD. So they were under a crew called TMC. So I used to work with them a lot, but then I was still independent. So a year after, ke mo re kopana le a guy called Mega Milano, Crazy T, I think Kid Flame as well. So re be ntse re spana re le about 6 ntse re spana together, and then as time goes on, we decided, man, how about we start a crew re le barotle sa nna gore ba bang they are independent, ba bang they are under TMC. So we decided to start a crew, and then that's when we started Wop Crew. But then at first ne re bitsa re ke Wrecking Crew with the W. But then it was during that era when they had TWC,
yeah.
the Wrecking Crew. So we felt like people would say, or maybe we try to copy them with the name. So we decided to change that W, we change like Wop. So that's when Wop started. It was on the 24th of September 2017. So yeah, then from there we started recruiting a lot of artists for the likes of Black Juicy, Mickey Joe, Kelly Lazy, Colin Oman, who else talk?
Damn.
Man, these a lot, bruh.
I can see that, bro.
We are about 23 or 21, somewhere there.
All founders of the same thing, or the others joined on the later stage.
Yeah, others joined on the later stage.
Oh, I see. Okay, bro. So from TWC, like right lately, not say to TWC. Let me say
WC.
Yeah, just runs in the head, bro. right now we haven't heard a lot from the Wop Crew, or what happened after.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions people asking for him. Now is Wellop? Is Wellop dead and all that? No, dog. Wellop is still alive. It's just that no, Yana, like we are not pushing like before. Cause before we used to drop songs meloring or gatolele 5 tracking a one or we are about 6. So right now we focused on pushing individual brilliance. Like we try to push like I feel like people before they knew me as Major Kid or as Ricardo, they used to know me as a member of Welo Bunji.
Yeah,
So right now we're trying to push the thing about Tobankiti as an independent
independent artist.
artist as well as a member of Welo Crew. So that's why right now we are no longer pushing as a crew.
Oh, I feel it. So except for music only, we have to do other things like music videos and all that. So can you please tell us about the first music video?
Okay, I dropped the music video of Love Me For Me. Uh, dropped that music video. I think it was on 2021. So that's the same year that I dropped the song. So when I dropped the song, people loved the song. Even the guy that I produced, that I recorded the song in, Mafti,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
loved the song and he said to me like, dog, I see people are loving this song and I also fuck with it. So
Why not the music video? Yeah,
yeah,
I see.
so I was cool with that, but then I was scared because it was my first music video. But then I agreed to that, and then we started shooting the music video. So yeah, to me, I feel like it was a great experience to like do that thing, cause like I feel like it was a major step to my career, cause even when I dropped that song, people
Love.
that music video, people loved it a lot.
Yeah,
So
I hear
yeah.
you, bro. So since people loved it, I can see that there's a more to the song, like behind the song and the music video. Can you tell us the behind the song? What inspired it like that? And
Okay, from the title itself, because it says love me for me, I feel like in this generation people can love you for the things that you have or your status. So I feel like on that song, when I wrote that song, I was trying to say to the people, "Horemna, you should love people for who they are, not what they have." Hence I say love me for who I am, not what I have.
uh,
So yeah.
yeah, I feel you, bro. But anyway, like as I heard you saying, you're pushing yourself as an independent artist. I think back in 2022, if I remember correctly, you dropped an EP, Voice of the Streets. Yeah, can you tell us about it, like how it came about?
Okay, Voice of the Streets. Like I said, I was feeling how like I've been pushing a lot with the crew, so people didn't hear me that much. So I felt like dropping a full body of work will expose me to a lot of audience or as an independent artist. So Voice of the Streets, I feel like but one buyer around the hood, they don't get that platform to express themselves or tell their stories. So I felt like I am their voice, like I'm telling their story. You know what I mean? Because like as an artist, sometimes when we write music, we don't write it about our situations or whatever that we're going through. We write music based on what people are going through and all that. So Voice of the Streets was me trying to tell the stories of the people in the hood.
Hood. Yeah, yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah, but it's not the only EP that you have dropped so far. You have dropped the latest EP. I don't remember the name. And can you?
Yeah, it's Street Serenade.
Street Serenity.
Yeah, that's the EP that I dropped in
Wait,
2023.
Street Serenity. Let me compare, like Voice of the Streets and Serenity. Let me say, one might say you are reflecting back to Voice of the Streets, or
Yeah, kinda, cause like even Street Serenade is to acknowledge and honor the artwork that comes from the hood. Each and every artwork that comes from the hood. Like if you are a singer, you are a dancer, or whatever. As long as you are pushing art, that EP was just to say that we acknowledge you. We see your work. So just to motivate people to keep on pushing and pushing.
pushing.
So yeah.
Okay, I feel you, bro. Yeah, can you, like, you know? Oh shit. There are a lot of young kids out there maybe looking up to you as an artist, like, excluding being as an artist. Some of you look up to you as a brother, some as a friend, and how can you tell to that young kid trying to come into the music industry or trying to do music, but then has the equipment or necessary things to do the music or knowledge to start?
First thing I would say, or like being an upcoming artist or a local artist is not easy because remember, as an upcoming artist, you are on your own, dog.
Yeah.
You don't get that team and like they will pay for everything. Like
Even
you don't,
parents don't tend to be
yeah,
not to be such supportive as before.
you get. So now you have to like make a plan, get your own studio, get your promoters, your distributions and all that. So as an upcoming artist, you have to like push as hard as you can, like get your thing. I know mfeto like you'll get go na le nako e le gore mfeto you wanna groove, you wanna vibe, you wanna do all of those things. So don't get blinded by fame or anything. Like before you get to that, make sure that you put in the work 24/7. Dog.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Can you tell us before we go to the final thing of this episode, bro? Like how it was like coming up, family, kind of like as black people, we always say like go to school. That's the thing you should focus on. Get a degree, then you can do whatever you do in life. How was your parents when you coming up? Like supportive to what you were doing back then?
Yeah, at first they didn't agree to that, especially my mom. She was not a fan of this thing because I had to do late night gigs and all that. So sometimes she would get mad at me and she would tell me, "Oh, you gotta stop this thing of yours.
Colada,
Yeah, focus on school and all that." But then one day it happened, Hore. She was at this place name, and I was about to perform at the very same event, and then my mom was there, and then I realized a few minutes before I could perform. So I was with my team, and then they advised me to perform the song that I made for my mom. So when I performed that song, dog, I don't know if you haven't seen that video, like when I was performing, and then she came on stage and she kissed me. That was the first time people wanna and support
showing
that
love
is
to what you're
music
doing.
thing. Yeah, that was a crazy moment.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But so right now you'll say or the situation between your mother showing support has changed
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah, I feel like it has changed because like I've been trying to push a lot of things because now I'm not only focused on this music thing, like I'm also at school doing some things, studying. So I feel like now she can see what I'm not only based on this music thing, I'm also trying on this other sides.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Like you are saying, like right now you are running as an independent, not like independent, but you are independent, kind of. So what can we expect you in the future? Like more tracks, more EPs, an album maybe so far.
On that, like I was supposed to drop 2 projects this year. I was planning to drop a collaboration EP with this other guy, and then I also plan to drop a solo EP. But then because of some problems that I have with my equipment, I think I will only drop some few singles. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
this
feel
year.
you, bro. Okay, let's wrap up this thing by telling you like give us an advice to that young kid coming up, in the industry, what to do, what they should expect when they are in this industry, bro.
Okay, like I said, or like being an upcoming artist is not easy. So one thing they gotta do, they gotta start pushing as hard as they can. Like be in the studio, man. Even if you have to cut Nagoya Groove just to be in a studio, do that, dog. Cause
Prioritize some things
yeah,
like musically,
that's the one thing that you should do the most in your life, dog. Push as hard as you can and never stop believing in yourself because like even the big artists of or the mainstream artists, they all started like we started. So just believe in yourself. Everything can happen, dog. Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, man. Thank you for tuning with us, guys. That was Major Kid. Oh, sorry, Ricardo, guys. And watch out, because he got something expected soon. We don't know when, but then, till then, what can we say, man? This is Chill with J podcast. Shout out to everybody who's watching.